how to use the Colleague AI Generate Interactive feature as your data analytics tool. In previous videos, we have talked about how to make online interactives, how to share them with our colleagues, and of course, publish them to students so that we can access those comprehensive reports on student or participant performance. And you can find more information on these videos in the links below because it is really exciting to have statistical analysis built directly into student assignments. But we can use this tool to perform much broader analysis while we evaluate larger learning outcomes and goals. Some examples of this may include descriptive analysis of student performance across all of your classes, maybe a diagnostic across an entire grade, entire subject or school, or even predictive analysis as we relentlessly focus on evidence in order to make informed decisions. And we can do this extremely efficiently. All it takes is a little bit of strategic prompting. And generally, when we approach any prompt, we always want to write clear, specific, and context-rich instructions. And when we're leveraging these tools for data analysis, we may also want to specify whether we want the AI to describe, diagnose, predict, or suggest solutions. So let's look at some general strategies that we can apply to produce useful data analytics. An example of a prompt for descriptive analysis could be, act as a data analytics expert in an education setting. I'm an MLL specialist for high school students trying to understand the effectiveness of an intervention. In a single page, please create a descriptive analysis report of the data attached. I'm being clear about my expectations. I'm giving it context behind my goals, and I'm specific about the output that I want the AI to generate in order to meet these goals. Of course, we need to attach our data as a reference. And this feature can handle a lot of information, up to 500 pages of text, and it's capable of processing file types of PDF or images or Microsoft documents like Excel spreadsheets. And it will use these references to generate a really good starting point. I have descriptive statistics that help me understand how students are performing and how they're changing. Now, as educators, we may have a general understanding around data analytics techniques, but we can go deeper by using the Brainstorm Ideas feature to clarify assumptions or work with a thought partner. In this case, we went to the Brainstorm feature and asked it to help me understand how to perform a diagnostic analysis to determine the effectiveness of an intervention. And the Brainstorm Ideas tool gave me some really strong pointers. I did take a few minutes to refresh my memory on some of these suggestions. And after we review and iterate, I ultimately paste its recommendation into our Generate Interactive chat prompt. An important structural piece here is that while I'm prompting, I'm also indicating where and how I want this data to be displayed. You can organize your data however you want, and it's good to be explicit. And so I continue this workflow, going back to those data analytics pointers in my Brainstorm, evaluating each prompt, evaluating its outputs for errors or potential bias, and iterating or revising as needed. And at the end of this, we have a powerful series of data that helps us to answer the descriptive questions, determining a baseline. I have a diagnostic analysis, and I have data that supports trajectories and projections, which then helps us to make good decisions around anything from how we can improve our classroom practices to how we can deliver on multiple tiered systems of support and how we can achieve larger systematic goals while we work through continuous improvement cycles of planning and implementing and assessing and adjusting and planning and so on. And so I left some of these prompt frames in the description below because we would love for you to play around with these and we would love to see what you're coming up with. If you have examples, please feel free to share them in the comments below.